What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Thief 2: The Metal Age. It's time for the 4th level, Ambush. You cannot purchase a loadout for this one due to the context of the story, where we get attacked at a pub and we have to escape the City Watch. So just go where I went. Eventually you'll run into these two ladies. You're gonna have to just crouch down and stay in the shadow so that they don't see you. You'll just have to wait for them to move before we can move on ourselves. What we're doing is the wall to our left, we're going to jump up it, and that's going to be our way forward. So yep, let them go away, and then we'll stand up, jump, and you should be able to climb from there. So you can stand on that crate that was down there if you have to. Pick up the water arrows in that little mini garden, and then we'll go this way. And then we have to very carefully step our way out of the window, and then down here. If you do it right, you shouldn't make too much noise. So here's the marketplace, and this is the center of the whole map. We just gotta dive into the water and just follow the stream a little bit. So the real challenge of this level is navigating. If you look at the map, it gives you a good idea of your bearings and kind of a general layout of it, but it still takes some practice to navigate really well. It's nowhere near as bad as some of the nightmare tomb levels from the previous game, like Bone Horde or Lost City. So once you get out of the water, go the way I went. You'll find this ladder here, and then this will take us where we want to go next. Go ahead and take the golden bottle so that you can get a little bit of loot. There is no loot quota for this level, by the way, but we'll get whatever we can find. Anyways, we will proceed through this corridor. It'll eventually lead us to another open window so that we can jump back into the creek, because we're going to use the creek to covertly get to Garrett's house. So, douse the torch just to make sure you've got some shadow cover. Go this way. When you climb up into this little, storm outflow or whatever you want to call it, by default, you'll make some kind of noise, and then some City Watch guards above you are going to hear it. But as far as I know, they're not actually alerted to your presence. They just got suspicious from the noise you made. Anyways, we got to keep going, because we got to work our way to the area where Garrett lives. So there's going to be one more outflow thingy that we want to go through right here. And now, this should take us to the general area where Garrett's property is. We just need to swim this way. And then it's going to dead end right over here, but we'll be able to climb out and reach a ladder. You'll want to use a water arrow to douse that torch too. That way, you've got some extra shadow cover. I just showed the map so you can kind of get an idea of how you can use the map to kind of get your bearings. So yeah, extra shadows are always good. Climb up and then just watch out for that guard over there. Carefully use physical cover to douse that torch so that you've got plenty extra shadows to avoid those City Watch guards right there. They're obviously blocking the front door to the complex, so we need to use a rope arrow to climb the scaffolding to get up to this 3rd floor window. You'll have to aim it very carefully on the vertical post, because it's kind of a tight spot to land a rope arrow. Anyways, once you get in through the window, that door straight ahead is Garrett's apartment. just douse the torch, because there is a City Watch officer in there, and we don't want him to see us. So just watch out for him. Yep, there he is. Close the door once you're in here. And then open this closet door and then hit this lever to the left to open the secret stash. And then you can go ahead and take everything in here. But the only thing you need to truly complete the objective is the key to the Shoalsgate gate. But I still say take everything. Specifically, you will specifically want to take the potions in here. If you can't see that well, there's a literal light switch right there. Anyways, in there is a slow fall potion and a speed potion, both of which we want. The slow fall we're going to use right now so that we can just carefully drop from the scaffolding thing without taking any damage. The speed potion will come in handy a little bit later, once we're back in the marketplace. Now we just need to backtrack down the same exact path that we used to get here, because the gate that takes us to the next city district called hold on. Are we in Shoal? I forgot whether this is Shoalsgate or Shalebridge, but one or the other. Anyways, the key we took at the apartment is going to open the gate to the next district, and it's at the opposite end of the map, which is where we need to go now. So first, it's just a matter of backtracking the way we came. So yeah, it's not too difficult to memorize this path through the stream. Especially since, when you think about it, aside from like maybe one or two different ways that you can go, the stream literally takes you straight to Garrett's place, and it's almost a one-way path. I say almost because of a couple different ways that you can go, like I just mentioned. But it's not too difficult to memorize the correct way. And like I said, the map will help you get your bearings. So no, you don't actually want to climb up here because, at least in the immediate area, there isn't a door that takes us back to that building that we cut through earlier. That door is over here, where this ladder is. Watch out for the guard over there. When the timing is right, you want to climb up and then get inside, close the door just to make sure you're safe. And then the stairwell will take us upstairs. And then we'll backtrack through this corridor to get back to that little bridge that we used to get into this building originally, back when we were by the marketplace. Yeah, right here. So, ideally, to get down, you want to get back onto the ladder, but you gotta be careful because, and yes, I just saw the objective screen. The key is for the Shalebridge gate, not Shoalsgate. Shoalsgate is where we are. Anyways, just climb on down. And now we're back at the market. What we want, we need to drink the speed potion so that we can move faster, and then we can run and jump across the little creek to get to the other side of the market, because this is back close to the area where we started, but we want to be back over here because our pathway to the Shalebridge gate is this way. So yes, once you're here, watch out for the two patrolling guards, but we're going to want to go to the left. And we need to progress forward through the street until we reach a sewer hole. What I'm about to do is wrong because I forgot. Oh yeah, we don't go into the building right here. We don't start going into buildings until we're close to the end of the level. So I did the wrong thing here. I don't remember where this takes you, honestly, but I did recall as I was picking this lock that, yeah, this is the wrong way. So that's why I quick loaded. Just to make up for the lost time. So we'll have to trail these guards a little further until we find the sewer access that's on the ground. Should be straight ahead right over there. Yes. So we'll cut through this sewer because we can't go through that door. There's guards swarming that door on the other side, but this sewer lets us discreetly get around them. And I just remembered where that building I incorrectly went into led to. It takes you right out to where that gate is, right in the guard's face. So that's obviously not the way you want to go. Be careful here because there could be a patrolling guard nearby. He's right there. Or she's right there. I can't tell. Anyways, just be careful climbing out of the sewer because of this guard right here. But just traverse around the guard and then we proceed. Now this door we're about to lockpick, this is actually the hardest part of the level. There's a group of 3 guards patrolling together, but we want them to be over to the far, we want them to be way over to our left. If they're close to us or they're off to the right, they're too close to the door, they will hear us lockpicking it, and they'll probably detect us since we are slightly exposed by light. Alright, so let's douse this torch for some shadow cover. And then these are the guards I was talking about. If they're right here in this spot, they'll hear you trying to lockpick the door. So you want them to go. They'll eventually pass the door, and then you want them to basically go off that way as far as they can. All right. So here, to ensure that we keep quiet, go ahead and shoot some moss arrows on the ground so that the grass silences your footsteps. That way we can drop down and they won't hear us break our legs. Although this fall I don't think hurts you, if I'm not mistaken. No, it does not. So yeah, once those 2 guards are a safe distance, you can lockpick this door. This one only requires 1 round of the square tooth, thankfully. You're going to want to, in here, you want to douse the torch and the fireplace. Make sure you douse the fireplace, otherwise the patrolling guards near the exit can see you in here, as they just did, right there. So I had to do this part again. Land on the moss. Get your square tooth out to pick the lock here. And then, once we're in this little, I'm guessing this is a bakery, douse the torch and the fireplace. That way it's completely dark in here. Open the little window. Yep, just watch these guards. If they're in this position here, we're going to need them to turn around and go the other way. Go ahead and get that Shalebridge gate key ready, because we're about to use it to get through our exit. Just, once you know it's safe, you can just stand up and run. Open the gate with the key, and there you go. That completes the level. This is another easy one, especially since there's no loot quota of any kind. It's just a matter of getting used to navigating the city map. Alrighty, I'll see you next time.